What's up, everyone? I'm going to be talking to you today about mentorship, how to be a mentor, how to be a better mentor, and how to be mentored. Okay, I know it's very hard. It's something I had to learn. It took me a while to realize that I need a mentor in my life, someone to help guide me, someone to help give me advice, let me know when I'm messing up, or let me know when I'm on the right track. This is hard, and how to decide who should be your mentor. If you're looking for a mentor and you feel that you're at a stage in your life where you're like, hey, I need a little bit more guidance and direction on a deeper level, okay, how do I find a mentor? And you have to realize that one mentor might not encompass everything that you are. We are more than the sum of our parts. We have multiple dimensions to our lives. And so, therefore, we might need multiple mentors. I learned that, for me, I was fortunate to have somebody in my life kind of guide me and let me know that I might want to talk to somebody else. But, understanding that you need multiple mentors is something that's not talked about nowadays. And too often, I think there's a lot of us, and especially in the coaching community, are getting told that we have to be mentors or mentor people or get mentors in specific areas. Okay, and so the first place that I really felt that I needed a mentor was in a business sense. Okay, and apologize for the poorly written question marks. I'm still learning. So in a business sense, like how to be a better business person, how to manage my finances, because I grew up in a single family household. We didn't have much. I mean, managing finances was finding food week to week, that kind of thing. So when you start to accrue finances and how to manage your money and how to properly allocate things and be responsible financially, like that, those are things I had to learn early, and I had to make sure that I sought out the right people that I wanted to mimic. It doesn't mean that they had the most money. It just means that I felt that they made quality business and financial decisions. And I still constantly seek out, what I would consider quality business advice, and I have a few mentors that help me in this way. The next place, especially in the coaching world, it's a little bit different, but it's with your family. How to be a better father, how to be a better mother, making sure that you're working with your kids and understanding your kids, and how to make sure that you have this work-life balance people always talk about, right? And because there's this whole concept of being on the grind, but at what sacrifice? And I had to make sure it was really important for me to make sure that when I found a mentor about having a coach or being a coach and having a family, that I went to the right people that I felt that could help me in these ways. And you have to look at and you have to take a very deep look at how these people are living their lives. And I wouldn't say it's judgmental. I would say it's more just making sure that you're being observative and being conscientious about what kind of information you're taking in, because it's so easy to say things, but to actually live those things out and do them are a completely different story. And then also, I have my coaching mentors, people that I see that are very engaged with their athletes, people that I would consider successful. And successful doesn't always mean winning or occurring championships and things like that. When I say winning or successful, I'm looking at a coach that's engaged with their athletes and has what I would consider a long-lasting impact on their lives. This is somebody that I would consider, a mentor for me as a coach. And so as you're looking through these things and you're trying to figure out, where am I going to get a mentor from? We have to understand that we have different facets of our lives, and yours might be different than mine, and that's okay. But we would really want to make sure that we're finding the right mentor. I think when it comes, especially in the coaching world, if you're going to be a mentee, someone, and you find a mentor, someone that's willing to invest in you, it's important that you are open and you're honest, and you have to be transparent. You really have to divulge things that you're just insecure about. And this was one of the most scary things for me, because I want to play my cards close to my chest. I want to keep things close to me, because if I had this thing in my mind, if I was vulnerable or people thought I was needed help, that I would be perceived as weak or incompetent. But I realized that I had to put those things aside. And if I really wanted to be mentored and I really wanted to get value from this mentor-mentee relationship, I had to put my pride aside. I had to really open up and be vulnerable and once I did that, I was able to get so much from mentors. And also, if you're a mentee, just be sure to be able to ask the hard questions. Ask the questions that you might not want to ask somebody else, but because you have this what I would consider the sacred relationship of being mentored, that you actually ask those hard questions, those questions that maybe keep you up at night. Maybe give them the scenarios and the situations that you've been through. And by doing those things, you're going to get the most value from your mentor. And you'll actually find out that situations that we think we're alone in, or we're the only ones that ever go through these things, we'll realize that we're not alone in this path and in those situations and those circumstances, and anything that you've been through, someone else has been through. If your mentor didn't experience it, I'm sure they know somebody that's experienced it and how they've gone through it. So if you're going to be a good mentee, you just have to be open. As you're navigating this and you find yourself in a great job, right? You found the perfect position, and you're dealing with situations and you're faced with tasks that you've never experienced before, this is a good sign that you probably need a mentor. And you're going to see and experience things where you think that you're the only one to experience it. And this is also another good sign that you need a mentor. And doesn't mean that maybe they have all the answers, but they're just going to be able to help you through those thought processes. They're going to be able to help you navigate some of those things, because a lot of us try to learn things the hard way, and that's just very costly. And too many of us coaches, especially in collegiate ranks, we go through things and we want to protect ourselves, but we have to realize that we can avoid a lot of heartache and bad pitfall or negative pitfalls by being able to get a mentor. I remember a very specific story because I was at a breaking point in my coaching career as it relates to, okay, I wanted to be more than what I was, and it was hard. And so I had an opportunity to sit with Harry Mara, who's Ashton Eaton's coach and world-renowned coach as it relates to the combined events especially. And I asked him, was like, how do you be a great coach? Like, how do you do it? And what he simply said to me was, be the best you could possibly be for every athlete that you have. And one day you might be lucky enough to work with an Ashton Eaton or a Breanne Tyson, somebody of that caliber. And it's all about making sure that whoever you help, you get them to the next level. I already was at this point making what I would consider a big impact and was somewhat successful in coaching, but I didn't realize the value I was giving to people. And so that helped me at that point in time in my life. And so if I didn't have, Harry to be a mentor for me at that time, I would still be, going through some stumbling blocks.